Good evening, YouTubers. This is Gabe Medina, New Leaf Network. How are you doing this evening? I'm here with a good friend of mine named Jose Trujillo. He a co-worker of mine, also a business partner of mine. He also took drug abuse counseling classes, courses. He knows a little bit about archetypes, stuff like that. He loves history, just like me, and we all know history repeats itself. So here's Jose Trujillo. How you doing?
Good. How are you, Gabe?
Good. I just got out of work. Decided to get on here and just wing it, see what's going on. I was at work today, and there's a lady there, and she was telling me, God is love and light, and I'm like, well, wow, what religion are you? Because I've never heard that, only from what I hear, see on the books as far as like law of attraction, all that, spiritualism, right? And she's a Jehovah's Witness, so I never really knew that perspective. But what do you think about spirituality and how it's been helping you or anything? What's your concept of that? And if anything, you've had any luck, kind of like reach one, teach one kind of concept?
Mm-hmm. No, my experience with spirituality is just it's helped me change my life completely as far as like the way I thought and stuff like that. I was raised to believe in like Catholicism and stuff like that. So when I came into spirituality and put it into practice, it just basically changed my whole view in life.
Yeah.
Starting simple, where like just doing things simple as like just for today, try to be good, try to do as much good as you can, try to help somebody, simple stuff like that. And then she started changing into I started getting more in depth and understanding more of the different teachings that come with spirituality. But yeah, it's helped me out. It's helped me out a lot and helped me constantly as far as day by day how I go to when I first started to where I'm at now.
Yeah. Mm. Where do you think you learned most of that?
I learned through my dad. He's a recovering alcoholic. So most of his spiritual beginnings he got him from AA. But whatever he shared with me, I took it. Stuff that he would use for him to help in his recovery. I applied them to me too, and they helped. I got more into the readings and the literature as far as in AA.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not an addict myself, but like it helped me. Yeah, I focused on the spiritual aspects of it, and it does help. I like to read and to learn more knowledge, expand my knowledge and stuff like that. So I started with those, and then from there I wanted to learn a little bit more, and then I started reading other spiritual books and stuff like that, and it's helped me. So basically, I can say those were my first steps into it, and then from there, it's just learning more and practicing more.
I would say like my spiritual stuff, guys, came from you at first. Whenever you told me about your dad and me having my situation with, the DWI that I had and how life was going and put you in the wrong direction.
Mm-hmm.
So little by little, I was hearing what you were saying, and that kind of opened the flame where, actually, once I started paying attention to it more, I started being really excited about it because I realized it was empowering.
Mm-hmm.
And once I started doing that and doing the little things, just making myself inside better, I started producing the outside effect. So I started doing all my affirmations. I started doing stuff like that. And then I just kept going and going and going. And I started looking at the science of it. And it has worked for me a lot. I would say just takes that one thing, that reach one, teach one concept, and that's it. I mean, if they get it, they get it. If they don't, at least you tried. But for me, anyways, I looked for another way because my way wasn't working. Mm-hmm. My mind was taking over, and my spirit was basically trapped into a body that it wanted to like slap. Basically, that's how I see it. So I would say that was a lot of what happened to me, and that was just the one step that I had. Mm-hmm. And then as time grew by, I started realizing like the truth of how things work and how your vibration, your emotion ties into what your effects on the outside. So you are who you feel inside. Like that's what's going to be outside. So fixing the inside is very important, and then fixing the outside would be next. So I would say you got that from you. But what are some of the other things you've learned? Like as far as like any advice for the people here, as far as like learning spirituality and what they can do to make themselves a better person.
Mm-hmm. Well, like you said, like you mentioned there yourself, like before anything, you have to understand yourself. One of the stuff that I learned as far as I learned in psychology too, but I learned it through literature of AA. Is your temperaments. Once you learn to know your temperament and understand which ones you have, then that's how you get to know yourself. Because you can understand yourself if you're more prone to have anger inside you, or you're more prone to be depressed, or you're more prone to blame stuff on others, or stuff like that. You know, you get to see your different aspects as far as how you are, and I think in anything that you want to do, in order to help, you have to help yourself first.
Yeah.
Because once you understand yourself and know what triggers you, what doesn't trigger you, what makes you happy, what doesn't make you happy, you know, like
it's a good self-inquiry, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have to really dig in there and see what is that you do wrong and what is that you're good at, and so like that, once you know it, then you can help other people. Once you understand yourself, you'll be able to know where a person needs help.
What applies to what they're doing and what they need to fix. You can kind of see it, and you can also dissect their archetype basically by talking to them and looking at them. Just we're doing it because we're built that way to see what kind of vibration they're in, and we can feel it before we even like talk to them. We can just feel it. We can feel it. It's really strange. It's all totally. Energy, obviously, right? Like, so what are some of the books you've read, like in the past couple of years? It could be one or two or whatever. Which ones would you recommend the group here?
Well, for me, I started. It was like I told you the blue book, but like I told you that's part of for AA. So that's just my personal choice that I did. But I do really recommend the Four Accords. That's a really good book. That kind of makes you understand a little bit more about, like, don't let any little type of situation affect you and stuff. That's one of the main books that I actually read. Can remember Cosmic Consciousness is another one. That was another really good book that actually helped. Can't think of another one right now.
Well, I mean, those are all good books. I mean, I could recommend you some to the audience as well. The books he has are very, very good. I would go with Power of Now. Think and Grow Rich would be another one. The Red Book that I have it there. I have an episode on that actually, and it's actually pretty good to start. So yeah, the energies, we were talking about, but spirituality. How would one start their journey if they're having issues and they don't know how to fix their issues? What would one do to like start their journey in this process? It's kind of weird and different. Obviously, it could freak a lot of people out, right? I mean, if you give them everything, but how would you start and prescribe that as far as like the spiritual journey?
As far as like wanting to start, like we were saying earlier, first of all, it's just like start with knowing what's causing those problems,
that pain, right?
That pain that you have, or those problems that you're probably dealing with. Meditation would probably be one of the main ones.
And that's like for meditation would be like self-inquiry. Kind of look at your thoughts and just play with them in your head. See if they serve you, kind of. Or
well, yeah, basically
think-a-tate, and then that's think-a-tate actually.
Well, to clear more anything what's in your head.
Yeah.
So like you can really take out everything that's surrounding around your environment, and really listen to you, in yourself. Meditation will help you in that way, because like that you can really close off all those other voices or words that you have around you in your mind, as far as like things that are affecting you inside, and you can clear your mind and just like focus in you and talk directly with to me is to talk directly with God, but I mean whatever you want to call him, right? And just ask and see what exactly, ask and you shall receive, and what is it that you could do to help you. Open up yourself and say, I need help. I'm dealing with this. I'm dealing.
There's like a higher power, right?
Yeah, in AA they call it a higher power. Yes, exactly. Like I told you, to me, it's God. So I ask him, like, I'm dealing with this. I need your advice. I need your help, right? give me the means necessary in order for me to lead me into that solution that I need in order to start helping. So if anything, like I told you, if you want to really start, I will focus first in getting to know yourself, and meditation is a really good help.
Yeah, clear your mind of anything that's there. And there's also like the course of think-a-take where you think about the stuff and then you just scratch them out of your head. So it's like focusing on trying to get them, not trying, but just putting white paint over them. Like basically focusing on the now and the present.
Yeah, right. After picking up meditation, it should bring you a little bit of calmness.
Yeah, it should. Yeah, meditation should.
Because or if anything, like meditation is something that helped me. But I mean, anything that you like doing that helps you calm your mind.
Yeah.
It could be exercising. It could be drawing, singing, listening to music. Just anything that clears your head and clears.
I draw, like obviously, I draw, and I paint. So some of my paintings back there, they're his. Actually, he sells art. It's what is it? Your thing called your art?
Oh, my page is called Art by Trujillo.
Art by Trujillo, yeah. Has some pretty good art there. He, you call him. He can make what you want actually. Anything you want, he can draw, paint it, however you want. Just give us, let him know. So, my buddy got to go. He's has to go to work tomorrow. So we're just gonna go ahead and wrap this up. And anything you want to say, Jose? I mean, as far as like energies or anything, fly meditations or anything, or what mentors maybe you would recommend or anything like that?
Well, I recommend to start with Quad Tractor or Aronaki. They were one of the first ones that got me more into as far as like spirituality work.
They both are very good. Aronaki is good. Quad Tractor is one I started off with. Aronaki is a little bit more in depth when it comes to like knowing thyself. So I mean, yeah, Aronaki, good guy. Got a lot of my knowledge from him actually. Yeah. And I'm just passing the message over like everybody else. So if you have any questions, just get back to me if you want anything from him. Jose, for you, let me know. I can contact him. He's going to do his own page pretty soon. Or actually, he's going to have a show on my channel, and then from there, he's going to work his magic on the other side. So, you have a good day. Good night,